I don't remember because I lose the memory. My son tell me I picking up in front door, the school, and we walking back to the home with my child 12 years old and my baby 1 year old. I walking back to home and some kids follow us, and my son tell me, Mom, the kids follow us. So when the kid attacked me, I my son tell me, I say stop, don't bother my son because he don't bother you. So the kid say me shut up FB and put me in down on the floor. And after he pushed my son and go to run. And I don't remember more. I remember when I wake up in the hospital.
Kids. Uh, there was a group of Mexican kids, let's say Mexicans, and there was another group of Dominicans and African Americans. And the African Americans started telling to the other kids, and one of them says all Mexicans should be behind the wall. And my son said, "We are. What are you talking about? We are all immigrants, or we come from immigrants. We came from Mexico, but my son was born here. He's an American." So that's what bothers them. They said that there was other words, like not only that. Kids said a lot of words, and they after that they told my son that he was gonna be beaten during the
Class.
change of classes. When my son returned to the classroom, he didn't feel safe, so he told the teacher, "Can you please call the security guard? Because I don't feel safe. I'm scared. I don't feel safe." So the teacher called the security guard. The security guard took him and put him in a room for the rest of the day. Let's say 3-4 hours. My son stayed there for the rest of the day. They never called us. They didn't call my wife or me. They didn't send a note or letter. When my wife went to pick him up around 3:05, my son told her about this, about this matter. And she asked him, "Did they give you a letter or a note or something to let me know what happened?" He said, "No." When I got home, my wife told me after work, my wife told me at night, "This happened at school." And my son didn't want to go back to school because he was so afraid for these kids. I understand that's a group of kids that are bullies. So I told my son, "Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna go to the school. Me and Mom, we're going. We're gonna speak to the principal. Nothing's gonna happen to you."
Vice principal.
So we
Is
went.
it Medwali?
McWally.
Yeah.
So we went to the school in the morning, like around 7:30 before classes, and we spoke with the principal. And Mr. McWally wasn't there at that time, so he came after. But we spoke to Mr. McWally also. The first thing I asked him was, "Why you didn't call me? Why you didn't call me or my wife about what happened yesterday? My son told me he spent half of the day in a room. What if they're waiting for him outside and do something to him?" And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot, my bad." So, and after that, I asked him, "What are you doing? Or what is your plan? What's gonna happen? I don't want these kids to hurt my son." And he told us, "Don't worry, I have everything under control." I spoke with the guys, and everything's clear. And I asked him what happened, and he said the group of kids start talking, and they told your son says something, but we cleared this. He didn't say anything. He said we are all immigrants, but there is a kid that wants problems with him, but I'm gonna call the parents and everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry, he's safe. We trust him. So we came. I went to work after that. My wife walked home that morning with my baby. Around 3:05, I got a phone call from my wife's friend. She she told me your wife is knocked down on the sidewalk